welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live on the southeast coast of the UK. Today is Monday, the 15th of March, 2021. And where you can find me is all down in the description box. Well, hello and welcome everybody. I know I've got some new subscribers. When I looked yesterday, I think I've got 20 more to go. So they're definitely going up. And I would also like to say is, yes, not what is today? Monday, isn't it, of course. Saturday, I did an update in my Etsy shop of notion pouches. And there's a few left, not many, so I'd like to say thank you ever so much to everybody who support my little Etsy shop. Thank you. Right then, today, wow, I have been naughty. I've been quite a bit naughty actually. But you know, I have been saving so hard and to get what you know, this item. And I had a little bit left over, so I got some other little bits. I have got one more that's arriving today. So I've actually had emails and everything from Amazon from the journey all the way. So that'll be here today. So I will show you that next week. But yes, it has been a really interesting week. It really has. The weather outside is gorgeous. I have got my washing on the line and it has been absolutely beautiful. And yesterday here in the UK was our Mother's Day, and as you can see, I got a big balloon and a lovely necklace. I did put some photographs in at the beginning. The necklace says "Mum, a pearl of wisdom and strength" on that heart, and there's a little pearl there. It's absolutely beautiful. And what we did, obviously because we can't see each other in person, is it arrived Thursday. They both arrived and they set up here in the room, and then yesterday Rebecca we face to face each other, and then she saw me open it. I know it's not the same, but you know, as we say, it's better than nothing at all. So, and we both said hopefully on next year's one I'll be able to go up and spend her and pester her for the whole weekend, and we can bake cakes and do all stuff like that. All exciting stuff. So thank you so much, sweetheart. Mum loves you loads. So hopefully it won't be too long before we can actually see each other and give each other a cuddle. Okay then, yeah, so we all had that, and I also got myself a large box of Maltesers because I love Maltesers, and there is some more still downstairs which are calling to me. So later on this afternoon when I'm sitting down there crafting, I will be finishing off my Maltesers. Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, I've been crafting, of course, as you do. I have really been working on my cross stitch piece and my Stevie West shawl. So what we have today is we have a knitting section with the shawl, and we have a cross stitch section because I'm so close to finishing that piece, because I've got everything in my head which I know I'm going to be doing next. So, but I ain't going to tell you what I'm going to be doing next, because I thought what I'll do is I'll leave that until next week. And as I said, there is a lot of naughties. I have been really naughty. And I mean really naughty. But, you know, why not? Okay then, right. So, we also have, which I was so pleased about, what have you been up to? Because last week I showed a lovely piece, didn't I? And then and the week before and this week we have got a lovely lady who we have been communicating for quite a while now, and you know, become friends over online. So, and she has sent me some lovely photographs of her cross stitch and a shawl she is making. So I'll get to that section in a bit. Right then, so let's hop right in then, shall we? First of all, we are doing the knitting the shawl. Right, so in my Stevie West basket and all my bits and bobs are in there. Now, what I did do, because if you remember last week, I was waiting on And I said it would happen, and it did. I was waiting on the minis coming from the Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit. And I said last week, didn't I? As soon as I upload, it will come. And it did. It just uploaded. And I went bing bong on the doorbell. That is literally how our doorbell goes. Bing bong. And yeah, and there it was. It arrived. And I thought, oh dear. But I did put them on the Instagram, and, you know, to let everybody know that they had arrived, because they are gorgeous. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit's yarn. Now, they're Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit on Instagram. They've got a little YouTube channel now. And obviously they have their shop. Wow, online shop. And I'll tell you what, oh my gosh, their yarn is beautiful. So what I'll do first is, before I show you the actual shawl itself, how far I've got, I'll show you their little minis. They come all wound for you. I've already used this one. It's a lilac. I haven't used this one yet, and I can't wait. What it is a deluxe high twist merino sock yarn. It's an 85 extra fine super wash merino with 15% nylon, and I tell you what, it is beautiful. This little lemon, it is just perfect for this time of year. And I tell you what, my Rebecca would love a pair of socks in this, because yellow's her favorite color. Then there's this pink. So that's the 3. And so you get this one. I have used, it's like a mint, but yeah, it's like a mint, it's like a light aqua, I think that's the way I would describe it. And then one more, because you get 5 20 grams, and a beautiful peach. So this one, and this one I haven't used yet, but that is there. Let's pop these back in my little basket, because I don't put these in my bag, because I like, because they're all wound up nice and posh with their little labels on. I keep them at the bottom of my basket. But that's them, Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit. Oh, beautiful. They do stitch markers. Oh, they do lots. So, right, and obviously these two here have been put, well, I think, yeah, the lilac one must have done. Yes, it has been put in my shawl. Okay, now, as you all know, I am doing, hyper excited about, I am making Stevie West's painting honeycomb shawl, and I'm doing the small honeycombs. This pattern was gifted to me by my lovely friend Viv, who is Sit and Knit with Vivetta on YouTube. She has her own YouTube channel, and this is the man himself. What a honey. With the shawl. Oh, and I tell you what, it is absolutely, oh, so much fun to make. And I mean so much fun. There's more photographs. Oh, I just enjoy it so much. So what I have done, I will just go through it quickly, is my main colour is 2 of these, which is Cascade 220. 75-25 I think this is, which I got not last year, the year before, from Wool Warehouse to make my breathing space. And I had 2 skeins left over, and luckily this shawl take 2 skeins of your main colour. Now it says in the pattern it's 2 skeins of main colour, which I've got this, and 1 skein of contrast, but I am doing every row of honeycombs in a mini, basically, in a little bit. This one here is a Lay Family Yarns. This is from their Christmas collection that I brought last November, I think it was October and November. So all these in here, oh, wow, I've got to show you. Look, it's just so much fun to do. Now let's see if I can remember. That is a Lay Family Yarn. Lay Family Yarn. Lay Family Yarn. So is that one, actually. That is a Vullavine. Now I've got 100 grams of a Vullavine, and I thought what I'll do is to break up some of the the little bits I'm popping in the Vulivine every now and again. And if you notice, all of my the back of the honeycombs, all them are high twist. That's just this that isn't. So this is the gorgeous Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit. Oh my gosh, that really does what I had in mind. I had in mind of these colours when I looked at them online to give a pop, and it's just, look at that, it's just doing it. This one here is another Vulivine. This one here is a bit of Ellie of Craft House Magic that I had. Lay Family Yarn, Lay Family Yarn. That is the purple from Mr. and Mrs. Rabbits. That is another Vulivine. That one there is Lay Family Yarn. They're all the Lay Family Yarns are all the Christmas ones that I had, which I brought in a set. And oh, I'm just loving it, absolutely loving it. I just can't wait till next year, because that'll be a bit too thick to wear this year now that we're going into spring. But when it comes to this winter, oh my gosh, I will be wearing this. And I'm so tempted as well, is if I have to buy another one of these, I will, because he's also done a hat with it on, and also there's a jumper. Oh my gosh, and the jumper's got the honeycomb on the yoke. Oh my gosh, amazing. But it's so much fun to do, so much fun. What I will say quickly is, let's see, I was talking to my friend about this last week. Oh yeah, there you go. Right, oh, it's not there. When you're actually following the pattern, you get to row 11. I can't tell anything because obviously it's a paid for pattern, but you think that it's wrong because you're working a stitch which you normally work on the wrong side on the right side. Now, when I first started, I actually thought, oh my gosh, I've done it wrong. I've got my rows all muddled up. So I unpicked it. So I unpicked it 10 rows, started again. And then no. So if you actually think of making this shawl, obviously he's got a fantastic video tutorial over on his YouTube channel. But even though I watched that, I watched it and then I started like later on, if you know what I mean, not right away. And then I say I've got to this row 11. So if you think, oh, I've got my stitches around the wrong way round, this should be on a wrong side, not a right side, it is right. That stitch that we normally do on the wrong side does actually have to be done on the right side. Okay, so I don't want anybody else to make the same mistake I did, because I needn't have unpicked it. So yes, okay, so that is my lovely shawl. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. Righty-ho, okay, right, now still in the knitting section. When I went to Edinburgh Yarn Festival, which is 2 years ago this month, it doesn't seem possible really, and yes, I would definitely go again. But I know it was lovely going up on the train. It was so much fun. We had a laugh, you know, we were knitting away all the way up there. And on the way up there, it was good. You know, on the way back, it was hard work because we had all the stuff that we'd brought and it was just harder work to get home. So I think if I ever get the opportunities to go to that show again, I would go up on an aeroplane, I think. Because I think that would be a lot easier. Anyway, I'm digressing. When I was up there, Katie Bean from the Green Bean, you know I'm a big fan of hers. She's go and see her podcast. Oh my god, she is the most chilled out podcast ever. You know, you can be like that literally, and you watch her podcast and you're it's just the way you feel afterwards. And her little dog Jack, oh, it's lovely. Well, anyway, at Edinburgh Yarn Festival, she was there, had a stall, a little stall in the tent, the marquee, I should say, not tent, marquee. And she'd actually launched her new, or what does she call them? Zine, that's it, a zine. Which, because of her artwork, I absolutely adore her artwork. I have got so much of her artwork. I've got a poster of the British sheeps there. I get the annual from John Arbon because they've only done 2, but they're amazing, and her artwork's in that. And I got the first Bean zine even that she'd done for a while. This was she used to do them, and this is the one when she had a comeback. And there you go, look, Katie Green 2019. She signed it for me, and in the back here you've actually got a pattern for the cockle socks. And my friend and I on Wednesday, when we were doing our face-to-face, because my friend turned around and said about we were talking about Katie Green and how how I love her work and so on. And I said, we were talking about this zine. And I said, well, I got mine from Edinburgh Yarn Festival. I said, and I've knitted the cockle socks. And she went, she said, can you show them? I said, yeah. I said, I think I would have shown them on one of the videos, but I can't remember which one. So this is my cockle sock. But what I actually did, because if you notice on Katie's chart, right, see if you just, because it is in black and white, her cockle socks are colour work all the way down, where I only did the colour work on the top and did a plain foot. Now, when I essentially sent these a picture of these to Katie, and Katie said it was a good idea, she really liked the idea of them done like this, and her little cuff is just adorable. But if you look, see, there you go, there is a cockle, there we go, and this is the C. Now the yarn I did these in, because there is 2 the yarn I did these in I also brought from Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and it's called onion yarn, but I've got no unfortunately I've got no label or anything, but it was so nice to work with, it really was. So these are my cockle socks. And as I say, I think this was one of the first, it might have been the first colour work that I'd actually done on a sock. I really enjoyed sitting making these. It was like when you come back from Edinburgh and you've got all your new bits, all you want to do is just cast everything on. So I quickly cast these on because I knew I had the pattern, and I knew I had the yarn, and I just cast them on and knit them, and I love them so much. So that was a little bit extra for the knitting, and also got something from Katie. Also, I will quickly show you this. When I was there, she did a limited edition poster, but it's like on it's not a paper poster, it's like on a board of the Edinburgh Yarn Show. And I sat there, and because we'd gone over, and I'd got me bits that I already had in my mind that I off my list from her stand, and we sat down and had a cup of tea and that lot, and because she was in the same marquee, and I kept looking over, and Katie kept waving at me, and I kept waving back. Anyway, and I went, right, that's it. I said, I'm going to go and get it. I'm going to go and get this. This probably will be a one of a lifetime for me. I probably won't be going, coming up here again. So yes, this is, and it's a limited edition, so there's only so many numbers. I'm going to get it. Well, today, so I know it's taken me a little while, I found this place that was open that sold a frame that fits this perfect. Glenn's on lates this week, so I said to him, because it's too high for me where I would like it, and obviously I'm not allowed to get up on a chair or nothing like that. I said, so it's only one nail and a hammer, it won't take that long. So this is now in a frame. I am so chuffed, and it is the Edinburgh Yarn Festival. But look, she's got a man in a kilt. Obviously we've got the sheep. And that's the emblem of the for that year. It is just adorable. There's the castle. I'm trying to show you things I'm noticing actually. It is just beautiful, absolutely. And now you can see why I could not leave it there. I just couldn't do it. So now I've got my frame, and it will definitely be going on my special wall with my other bits. So when this goes up, I will be taking a little video of everything what's on my special wall at the moment. And you will notice this will be the third piece of Katie's. And then I've got obviously my piece from that I won from Australia, and from Whatnot. So have a look at her podcast. That's so much fun. And then I've got a little drawing of that my Rebecca did at primary school. But I will be doing a little video, and I'm hoping he will put this up for next Monday. Saying that, the other two, it took him 3 weeks. So we'll see how that goes. If it's next week, then you know he's been good. Right then, okay, let's quickly pop onto the cross stitch. Now, as you know, I am finishing off this Hands-On Designs, which is a fresh egg farm. I brought the, well, I asked Glenn to get me this for Christmas, not the one just gone, the one before, because I love the barn. As you all know, I've got a thing about barns and log cabins. Now, what I have gone and done is, if you see, oh, it's alive. If you see here, there's all flowers going down there. There's flowers going there and there. Them and that I'm not doing. This here, I'm definitely not doing. I'm actually would like my edge to actually go up against the barn. And I've cut out all the flowers going up there. And I'm not doing them here. And I would be doing a couple of the chickens, but I won't be doing all the flowers. And I definitely haven't done the wreath, and I haven't done them flowers there. I said to Glenn, I was over the weekend, he said, oh, he says, you ain't done this? And I went, no, and I said, it's too froofy. He said, that's not a word. I said, it is. I said, it's too froofy, you know, froofy. I said, it's too much. He said, you make up your English, you do. So, word of the episode, froofy. Oh my gosh. So this was actually a collaboration with Stitching with the Housewives that Kathy from Hands-On Designs did. So they actually drew the picture and Kathy made it into a cross stitch. It has been a fun stitch, even though I actually put it away and forgot about it. So as you know, this is going to, when it's done, it's going to be my summer display. So as you see from last week, I have done the barn. I took the wreath off and I took all that fruit across the top there. Now on here, you see I managed to work out and not put the flowers, but I do have to put the shadowing in. So I'll get the shadowing put in, and I'm hoping then it will make it, because it does look like it's curved, but I think the shadowing will make the steps, make them look like steps. I have to put the pink on this tree. I have finished the grass because I had to do this section here. And as I say, when that bit's done and the tree is done, which won't take too long, I'm going to put just a couple of chickens. I think, I reckon I'll put a couple of chickens and I'll call it that, because I don't, as I say, I don't like it too froofy. Yeah. And then I'm hoping I'm going to have this finished this week. I really, really am. You know, so I'm hoping to have it FO'd, but it won't be FFO'd, because Christy from, and I nearly had it then. I'll put her down below, her name. I always, Java Girl Stitches, her YouTube channel. Now her husband made her an actual like front of a barn, so she could put a cross stitch in the middle. And she actually bought on, this was last year, bought on one of her videos. If anybody would like the measurements on how he did it, ask her and she will email it over, which I did, and she did. I sat there in my inbox and I said to Glenn at the weekend, I said, I reckon I'm going to have this finished. I said this week. I said, and I'd like you. I said, I've got it all, so I've got to print it off. And he said he would have a go at making it for me, so we'll see. So yeah, and I'm going to have a bow on it at the top, but and I probably could put some of the because I've got some of the mossy stuff at the bottom to make it look like the grass. But anyway, you know what I'm like with my finishes. I have everything in front of me and then I just go for it. I don't actually have a plan, but I am really, really enjoying this. And as I say, I have my next one all lined up and ready to go. Right then, okay, so now we are going to go into what have you been up to. Now, as I said, a lovely, lovely friend of mine, Audrey, who we've met online and, you know, so we've been chitting and chatting, as you do. And she sent over to us last Monday afternoon, actually, sent over a couple of cross stitches and pictures of cross stitches and of a shawl. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them in right here, and then afterwards I will tell you exactly what they are. Ain't they gorgeous? Ain't they just gorgeous? Now, the first photograph is the Country Cottage Needleworks, and that is the March sampler. Oh, their patterns are beautiful. They really are. But Audrey has, she's just done it lovely, hasn't she? The second one is Night Walk Walked Down by the Blue Flower, and they do some beautiful patterns. They do have a section on their website of freebies, so if you want to go over and have a look, they do have some nice freebies on the Blue Flower. And as you see, like in Audrey's stitching there, it's like what would you call it, like mythical, not mythical, what's it called? Mystical, no. What's it called? Fantasy, like, you know, a gothic fantasy kind of thing. That's the word. Yeah, I'll work with that one. But yeah, Audrey has really stitching that one lovely. She really is. And the shawl that she's knitting, when it is actually finished, it is going to be going over to some lucky person in Germany. That's all I can say. And that is actually called the Alberni Valley Shawl by Marge Jones. And it does look a beautiful shawl. So yeah, Audrey, well done. I can't wait to see them all finished. It would be lovely if you could send us all, so I reckon everybody else would love to see them too. When they're all done, it would be lovely to see a photographs of them when they're finished. Okay then, right, so that's that section. Now we're going into the naughties. And as I said, I have been naughty. Okay, we're going to do the big one first, and then we'll work our way down. So I'm going to pop a little video in right here of me unboxing one thing I have been saving for so long, and I've had my eyes on even before they had even hit the UK. Here we go. Hello, right, this is an extra. I'll pop this in the video on Monday. But yesterday afternoon, I saved and I got enough now to buy one of those irons that I was talking about. I'm so excited. I only ordered it yesterday afternoon from this company, which I hopefully would have already mentioned. And I thought, well, it's just arrived. I'm so excited. So I'm going to spin you around and we'll open it up, shall we? I'm so excited. As you can see, it's all wet because it is really raining badly out there. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. If not, I might have to put you down and see if I can do it another way. But oh my gosh, I am so excited. I'm up in my room as well, so I can use it right away. Oh dear. Right, okay, so I've undone that bit. Let's have a look. Let's get this here. It's funny really, my friend and I were talking about one of these yesterday, and I thought, oh, and as you know, I have been after one for so long. I just can't get over the service of the people that I got this from. I really can't. It is amazing. Right, I'm going to get it out this box and I'll be back in a minute. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. My little cup. Right then, so there she is. Oh, horrible polystyrene. I hate that stuff. Right then, I am going to wash my hands, pack all this away. Sorry, I'm going to pack all this away, then wash my hands, and then I'm going to take it upstairs and start playing. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. So exciting. So that was the unboxing of my Olisa Smart Iron. It's the TG1100. And my gosh, I can't wait. It's the one that lifts up and sits down. And yay! Okay, then, right. So I'll let you know on Monday exactly what I think. So I'll see. Hopefully, you all everybody will have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Ain't I lucky? I do. I just, oh, wow. That's all I can say. Well, anyway, I was still scanning over and scanning down on Google and so, and all of a sudden one came up for the Quilt Room. They're down in Devon. I have dealt with them at shows for many, many years. So I looked, I rang them up and I said, you know, please don't think I'm being cheeky, but I've had, you know, people online saying yes, they're in stock, and I've rung them up and they ain't, and so on and blah blah blah. Have you got this iron in stock? She said yes. I went, oh, thank you. Anyway, and she said, oh, look, she says, you're just catching the post. She says, so that will go out today. I said, brilliant, because the price, postage was included. It wasn't extra. So I thought even better. And they posted it off that afternoon because it weren't the morning, and it arrived the next day. I was just so excited. And as you saw in the unboxing, how exciting I was. So anyway, when it came, obviously I had to have a plan. I was already up here sewing anyway. So anyway, so I was just so excited. So anyway, I read on it and I all the information, and I said to him, I said, I've never ever spent this amount of money on an iron before, and I really, really want to make sure that I look after it. And it did say about using a proper water, because down here in the southeast, our water is so hard. You use a kettle a couple of times, you know what I mean, and there's already, you know, stuff being covered on the elements and everything. And I said, so I want to do this right. I said, I know I've put water in it today. I said, but that is going to be it. And I haven't used it since. I have been such a good girl. So I ordered some, what is it called? Deionized water, which is what they thingy for for an iron. And that actually came yesterday, so because deliveries are happening on Sundays. And I will say, this is her. Oh, let's get it. The cable, look at that, it's so long. And when I did put her on Instagram, a lady did ask if, you know, because it is classed as a quilter's iron basically, but it can be used for normal iron, it could be used for, you know, anything. It's just on the top here, which is very clever, because you have the holes in the bottom of that iron. They're everywhere. Normally you have them here, don't you? But they're at the back. They're absolutely everywhere. And because I've got one of the wall mats, you know, for the pressing here, these two just go together like chalk and cheese. No, that's the wrong one, because chalk and cheese is opposites. They go together really, really well. Anyway, as I say, and you've got the extra long cable. I would recommend this to any crafter or even anybody that is just interested. There is a button here. Think of everything. It's called iTouch. So you can actually have it turned off or on. You've got the option. You don't have to have the touch thing here or on at all. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, I will, because I sit here and I do my sewing here, and then I swing over and I you know, iron, and then I just touch it and then leave it be, and it stands up on its own. Absolutely amazing. That's all I can say. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend that iron. Right, now quickly, because I've still got some more bits to show you. I've got a couple of stories to tell about this item. Now, last week I was waiting on this item like I was with my yarn, and this actually came in the afternoon as well. Now when I said to Glenn and I got this picture, I said, oh look, I said, I've seen these on YouTube. I said on the knitting and crochet YouTubes. I said, and I've ordered one. He went, he says, they're not for that. He says they're for something else. I said, no. I said, look, I said, we use them for our yarn, little scales. He said, no, honestly, he said, they are used for something else. Now, he did tell me what the something else is, but I ain't going into that. Anyway, and my friend on the Thursday before, I said, have you heard about the scale, you know, tried or thought about getting the scale? She said, I've had mine years. She says, but I actually saw a pair, a set, I should say, on Crime Watch, which is a program that we have over here in the UK. And I said to Glenn, I said, my friend turned around and said that when she brought hers years ago, she saw them actually on Crime Watch. He went, yes, Bean. He goes, yes. Now do you understand? Well, anyway, another friend of mine that live up north, she messaged me over the weekend and said she saw these, saw me talking about these on last Monday. Hers came because she'd ordered some and I said, you know, where I'd ordered them from. She got them out of the box and showed her daughter, and her daughter said exactly the same thing as Glenn. And I went, no, they're for yarn. I'm going for yarn. So we're all using these, but honestly, they are used for something else. But I will say, these little, they're called pocket scales. Now, mine go up to 500 grams. And while I'm actually doing like my shawl or scrappy socks or anything like that, they are so accurate. It's brilliant. So I sit there and I just plonk it on to make sure that I have enough for the next section, basically. And they are very handy, I will say. I got mine off eBay. I would definitely recommend them for weighing out your yarns. And they're a good little bit of kit. Okay then, right. Just a couple more things. Now, last month, I've never done this before. I went and ordered, where is this? Oop. The Scrappy Project Club March 2021 from the Woolly Goodness Company. There is their beautiful card. And it's inside. You will find 10 5-gram mini skeins dyed using a photograph of some gorgeous, I ain't going to say what, because just in case anybody else hasn't got them. The April box will be available from Friday the 19th of March. Oh, that's this week. So I'll order that, definitely. I will definitely order that. It is so much fun. So anybody now that hasn't actually received theirs yet, I will let you know when to look away. So it comes in a beautiful box, all taped up with a little sticker. Right, if you could look away now, please. You get a lovely little one of these, which is absolutely gorgeous. This is the inspiration, and these are the yarns. Look at those. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, you can look back now just in case anybody hasn't received them. So I know that there were some people that received theirs before I'd got mine, and mine came Saturday, mine did. But I will definitely be ordering April's on Friday when they go live on her website. So it's the Woolly Goodness. Absolutely beautiful. I love that a lot. Also, I did get but I say that one there, I ordered that last month. That wasn't this month. So, but it come this month. But these I did order from the Patchwork Rabbit. She did put on her website on Instagram, I should say, that she'd got this back in stock. And look, I have one. I'm so chuffed. It's the 2021 Book of Days. And inside, basically, you write down all your info, all about your cross stitching, and oh, it's just beautiful. Absolutely. I know I'm going to miss the first 2 months, but you know, I can start it from now. And I have actually put in my name there. And that's as far as I've got with that. But obviously, we all know that something like that can't travel alone. And she has got in, let me take these out of the bag. She has got in the aiders that are dyed from Pitch This Plus. And my next, after I've finished the farm one, you know, with the barn and all that lot, I have got a beautiful cross stitch, which is a Halloween, and I've even got stuff for the finishing. And I really I had my looking out for some really nice Ada. Now this is, what was this one called? Picture This Plus 14 count charm Ada. This is the charm Ada, and look at that. I think a cross stitch, a Halloween on that will be absolutely gorgeous, but I couldn't decide whether to just go with that one or this piece, and this piece is called, yet again, Picture This Plus 14 count Mirage. And I think a Halloween would look good on this one too. So when I actually get my threads out, I'll lay them on and decide on which one. But these pieces were just £5 each, which I thought were really, really good. My threads, I will sort all them out once I've got this one finished, which I'm hoping to do this week. Right then, so I think that's it. Oh, look, it's my balloon. So there we are. Thank you so much, sweetie. Embarrassing now. I'm allowed, I'm a mum. And I hope everybody that celebrated this yesterday had a lovely, lovely time. I'm sorry this has been a little bit of a chitty chatty one, but I have been naughty. And as I say, I've got one other thing waiting to come today, which is definitely coming, and I'll show you next week. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to say happy crafting. Take care. Bye. See you next Monday.